So, let's actually go to the... Farina is so adorable. Look at her. She's so cute. Oh, that was adorable. Okay, great start. So, let's go to the event location. And let's see what this event is all about. I am excited to see Ayato and Ayaka again after such a long time. It's been a while since we've seen them, so it's going to be very exciting to see them. So, let's start. Oh, look at these decorations everywhere and the posters. Oh, look at this. It's so adorable. Is this a small cat? Oh, that's cute. Okay, sorry. Let's actually start with the event. Distracted everywhere. Okay.
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
Oh no.
But what about my film?
No, the film.
Well, I'm afraid you have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
Poor man. That's harder to do than you say, you know.
Hey, isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now. Xavier!
Is it bad that I have no memory to who this is? I'm so sorry if this is an important person. I thought I remember him, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. If someone knows, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you.
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, look at her. She's on the back. Do you see her? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, man.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Well, I believe that's easier said than done.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Guess
We
so.
had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
That sucks, but contracts are contracts. That's what we learned in Liyue anyways.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
A festival of Fontaine.
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival?
Yes.
Then allow me to fill you in.
Well, please go ahead.
The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids, and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria.
Oh, more lore.
The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
So, then it's very important.
What's with that weird expression
Well,
on
he
your
said
face?
already, so.
Like you're trying really hard to remember something.
Wait. Oh no. Don't tell me did he forget and is he just pretending that it's important or something?
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid
My
any,
God.
unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Really now? Well, at least he didn't carry the book with him and started reading out loud.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Guess so, yes.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival. And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year.
Oh, there are more? Hopefully we're getting more than one event. This would be cool.
To commemorate the Lock Nights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water.
Oh, do you guys cosplay? Like, do people cosplay here? That would be cool. I'm just joking.
But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
What? Why? That's a good idea. Farina knows exactly what's up. Look at her. She's a genius.
Really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
Well, it shouldn't. It's amazing. And everything Farina does is amazing.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Why does it remind me on Halloween? Anyway, moving on.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Ah, yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point.
So, this all had nothing to do with the film event.
The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
That sounds really fascinating. Did Farina... I'm not surprised, but did Farina name the award after herself? So if I join, do I get a Farina award? Yes? I want to join.
The what award?
The Farina award, Paimon. Didn't you hear? Sorry, I'm biased. Ignore my rambling about how much I love Farina.
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon, they coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name.
Yeah, why would we? Keep it. It's great.
Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name.
Like they should.
Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar.
I'm so happy
Anyone
for
with
her.
eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
I'm so happy for her. I mean, I'm happy for her that the people, after all that's happened, still treat her as an amazing person, even though she retired from being an Archon and she's just human now. I'm so glad to see that the people love her still as this iconic person and that they treat her with respect because that's what she deserves after all she went through. And I hope that she can find peace with being on stage, even though it's probably hard for her after all she went through. But I hope that she maybe can find new light into being on the stage. That would be great. So, but yeah, let's keep it there.
Huh. Alright. Guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Oh no.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
She runs the clothing store in the Court of Fontaine. Chiori Boutique. Yeah, that one.
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too.
Well, she has a very good taste.
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress.
Well, that's a cool title. I believe it suits her very well. And she's there in the back. I can see her.
Her remarkable designs have led many Fontanians to become very interested in Inazuma.
Ah, no wonder.
Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Does this mean that, well, if you don't know that, for a while or a long time ago, there was an event where Ayaka wore an outfit from Fontaine, and that was before Fontaine came out. So I wonder if she also made this outfit from the event back then for Ayaka.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Well, let's see.
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
The crack of muskets breaking the silence. Let's go, Act 1. Oh, what's... Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cool. It looks like a movie. The way they made this design is incredible. Look at this. I really like this. This is so cool. Oh, let's go first talk to her. I want to talk to her first before we going anywhere else. Look at her, she's so pretty. Oh, I can't talk to her. Never mind. Never mind, I can't talk to her. Can I take a picture? Hold on. Hold on. I gotta take a picture. Gotta take a picture.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
Understandable,
Who knew that
Farina.
people would adore me so much?
So, where do I need to go? Hold on. I forgot. Okay, so how do I... Wait, I'm going to fly there because I'm still this person who gets lost in Fontaine every time. So, let's just go this way. Because I get lost every time in Fontaine. So, we're waiting on the lift. This can take years again. So guys, how are you doing? I hope everything is fine. How's the weather today? Okay, finally, we're there. Wait, where do I need to go? Ah, okay, wait. I got this. There we go. Okay. You gotta need, you know, if you can't read and then you read actually the description. Yeah, so we are there. Let's continue. Ooh. Finally we meet her. I was so excited to finally meet her. I really hope she's going to be playable. Her character design looks so stunning.
Miss Chiori?
Hello, Miss Chiori.
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Hello.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Likewise! We've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
The way Navia's wardrobe comes together is really exceptional. The concept behind Kira's outfit is really original. Yeah, Navia's outfit is
thank you.
amazing.
I strove to create an outfit that matched her high social station as the demoiselle. So tell me, what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Oh, she's very sharp. She can tell just based on the emotion on people's face what they're feeling.
Well, it's like this.
She's not going to be amused.
Ugh.
Yeah, thought so.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
Yeah, see, that's even more suspicious now.
And therein lies the problem.
I thought so.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film.
I can see that he got a point, but still, you need to be careful who you trust, and yeah, let's...
The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Yeah, we just asked Child. He for sure gives us some aura.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
Well, that sounds quite like a problem.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
Yeah, giving up is bad.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet.
Yeah, we will figure something out.
The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
Exactly. For sure not. If I think who they are, then they're friends of ours, so they for sure going to help. Ayato and Ayaka and Yoimiya. Finally we're seeing them again.
Really? Then where do you live?
Yeah, where do you live?
We Melusines live in Mercy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
Yoimiya is so caring.
We are so thoughtful. But some Melusines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
I'm so glad to finally see them all again.
Oh, they've arrived, but I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
Oh,
I also enjoyed Abel's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on the Sakura bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
they are all so caring and so sweet.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Well, that's sad. I'm glad that old friends finally meet again.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
Look, it's all our friends.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they are who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, finally we meet again.
Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
Well, more or less. Wait, what were we talking about?
And came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
Oh, you're still amazing, Yoimiya. I'm pretty sure you would be an amazing actress as well. I thought I would always get the lead role.
About that, I mean, How was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you.
It's alright. We're just joking. Never mind.
So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
That's quite alright.
I've been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here.
Oh,
But you still managed to surprise me first.
surprise!
Oh, so you all know each other already.
we do.
My, what a coincidence.
Old friends from
What are the chances
afar.
everyone could be brought together here like this?
Right?
Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course.
Well, that's kind
I'll
from
be sure
you.
to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
To the hotel and food we go.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are.
Can we just talk how much I love Yoimiya? She's such a sweet character, and she finds in everything she sees or hears, and to everyone she talks, she finds so much interest and optimism. It's insane, and I just love her vibe. She's so much fun.
And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight.
And Ayaka gets finally to make her dream come true and her mother's dream to see the world and go around. That's also really amazing, and I'm so happy for her.
And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec. Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
That was us when we first came to Fontaine. We reacted the same way. Wait, where do we need to go? Oh, okay. Let's just teleport there. I'm not walking all the way there. That was us when we first came to Fontaine. We were like, oh, Mecha, and this, and that, and we were so excited. So, let's go. Is this going to make me hungry if I see all the food? Hopefully not. I always get hungry when I see this delicious food.
So this is what food
Okay, never mind.
It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Well, that's it if you travel a lot and you are in different countries.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, you see, there was this issue.
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Well, it's not just a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
True, and your trip to Fontaine would probably be a waste then.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I mean, you are the Kamisatos, you for sure have a lot of money. Well, yeah.
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of Mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival submission deadline.
Oh, that's also a thing.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
Kind as always, as expected of the Kamisatos.
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, 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 that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation.
As
Inazuma
expected.
has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
That's also a genius idea. To create bonds, and it could help and serve very well for Inazuma in the future.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
I mean, but they volunteer. Well, if you consider what they're saying, it's not very for free, because if they get to the goal, what their plan original was, then they already got what they wanted. So technically, it's not for free.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation.
That's also true.
This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough mora now, even if it means selling my house.
Please don't do that. No, please be responsible. Let's not do that, and I'm pretty sure the Kamisatos wouldn't want it either. Please. Please be responsible. It's really not all that bad and worth it.
Come on now, no need to go that far.
Exactly.
I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, we have the same thought process. We can help too. Just say that you got our contribution from some personal friends. Yeah.
Me too. Even though I
See?
didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you.
Don't cry.
I really don't know how to.
Oh, calm down.
Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
Well, we could bring someone in who does know how to make a film, like Furina, perhaps?
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
Isn't that the person that holds the clap and then just, every time a new scene starts, you clap it down? Is that what it is?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the
Never
information
mind.
of each shot. When the camera operator begins shooting, the work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
Ignore what I just said. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You haven't heard anything. Let's just move on.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Well, never mind. I guess was I right?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
I'm interested in the job. Also, I was right.
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that.
All right, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Let's see how much patience Paimon has for this job, because I think you need a lot of patience for this job.
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good to me.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera.
Hmm.
Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
Thanks for the compliments.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
Yeah,
What do
and
you say,
besides, it's a
Traveler?
hobby,
Are you
so...
interested in the job?
Yeah, sure. As long as I will be able to help. Lights, camera, action.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
Whoa, 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 calm down, calm down. No, 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 we don't need to go this far. No, 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 relax, relax, relax. Calm down. I think we better go to work. Yes.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
Farina and Yoimiya. If Farina is the director. Well, it sounds like an interesting duo, but also, who doesn't get along with Yoimiya? Look how amazing she is. Everyone would get along with Yoimiya, right?
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Farina will help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
I'm not going on a vent right now, but can we please stop being rude to Farina? Okay, nothing more. I'm not saying anything more. I don't want to start a war or something. Let's just move on.
Farina?
Yeah, do you got a problem with it?
Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Of course she would. Why wouldn't she? I'm pretty sure if we ask, or the traveler asks, she would say yes.
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon?
Yes.
My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yeah, well, you see, she's still a friend of ours, so...
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent.
Well, it's Farina we're talking about. I'm biased, ignore me. Sorry.
Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
And besides, she said it herself, she just wants to be normal from now on. She wants to live like a normal person, and she wants to be treated like such. So I'm pretty sure she maybe will say yes if we ask nicely and if we respect boundaries, for especially her boundaries, and if we don't step or make someone step out of their comfort zone. Anyway, moving on.
fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Can we please not just barge into her home and, you know, such things?
Do you need us to also come along?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure this would put a lot of pressure on her.
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and
That is
I'm
also
sure
true.
there are many places you would like to visit.
Yeah, not just that. Maybe you would like to rest for a little bit after this long travel.
Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
See, someone who is actually thinking and is kind-hearted. Or maybe at least they have a good thought.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Furina's place. We know Furina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydra Oricon. I wonder what she would like.
Bring her cake. She will be more than happy, believe me.
I recall that Lady Furina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontanellia mousse?
That was what I was thinking.
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind because she likes desserts. But, well, who knows?
Isn't the Fontanellia Festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets.
That sounds really like Halloween. I'm sorry.
To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
That's what I meant.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanellia mousse.
Oh, I love how they did this transition. You don't actually have to walk
Would that
and
really be
get it
enough?
yourself.
You'd be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontanellia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Wow, and how are we doing that?
What could that be?
Your words of praise.
Makes sense. Sounds a very good strategy. Let's do that, actually. Leave it to me. I'm good at this. Wait, I want to take pictures first. I can talk to them, but I also want to take pictures. Let's first take pictures real quick. If I actually can do that. Hold on. Wait. So, let's first talk to Ayato.
Looking forward to the good news.
Well, that was quick and fast. So, well, not many words. Let's go to Yumiya and Ayako.
You go ahead. No need to worry about us. Oh, I hope Farina will like the gifts we prepared. Oh, and if you still think we should get something else for her, just let me know. I should be able to make some fireworks.
Oh, I'm pretty sure fireworks would be amazing. I'm pretty sure Farina would love it. Yoimiya with the genius ideas, like always. Making everyone happy around her. Okay, let's actually get going and go to Farina's place. I just hope it won't go like the Farina quest. Well, I haven't done it myself, but I have heard things about it, and I hope it won't go like this.
Farina lives.
Farina, are you there?
Okay.
We have
I'll
cake
come
for
knock on the
you.
door.
I'm pretty sure you're going to love it.
Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
I love her so much.
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you?
Hello.
And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
And what's with the question? That's not your problem, and it shouldn't be a question when Farina gets up and what she does in her life. Sorry, I'm getting pissed on again. Okay, let's just move on. Paimon, try to be nice, remember? Yeah, nice, please.
Huh? Oh, Paima means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
Well done, Paimon. You can do it if you try it. See? That's way better. Now I feel way better. Yay, Farina.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels.
Well, never mind.
What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
It's a great day. And on great days, we're sleeping in because we feel great, or that makes us feel great. Moving on.
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
The sparkle in her eyes is great.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Exactly. We need someone that's amazing on you, who has a very great personality and knows a lot, like you do.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yes.
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Hi.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it?
I'm ready to learn. Teach me, Lady Farina. Please. I have experience. I can show you if you like.
No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
I mean, I'm not a paparazzi. I'm not going to run after you with a camera. I'm sorry.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself.
That's a great idea.
If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera.
Well, let's get going then. For you, I'd do anything, Farina.
Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up to my standards.
Sure, no problem. Whatever you say, Director Farina.
Very good. It's
See?
essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work.
Yes.
Are you ready? I have high standards, you know.
That is not a problem because we have high delivery. And we are ready to learn. I'm ready. Please wait a moment. No, I'm ready. Let's go.
Grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Sure. Filming theme directed by Farina. Estelle is the boss of Beaumont Workshop and has always been proud of her fortune machine, as it can not only precisely control strength of temperature, but also takes no effort from the blacksmith. Let us film a promotional video for her workshop. Remember to emphasize the superiority of forging machine. Okay, I think I got it. Let's just try it. If I mess it up, then it is what it is. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I wanted to see what this is. Let's first go step by step. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Then, let's see. Can I choose these? Like, wait. First, wait. Okay. A promotional video. Okay, moment. Let's see which picture we should use the best. No, hold on. I wanted to read this. And what is this one? Let's choose this one. I think this one is the best. Well, that obviously... I'm not sure what this has to do with the forging machine, but... No, let's not choose this one. Yeah, let's choose this one actually. Let's see. Camera position requirement. You need a scene that shows off Beaumont workshop. I butchered that. Let's first of all see the position from which you can take a picture with the widest angle. This can display the surrounding environment to the greatest extent, but will make the picture details hard to see. Well, let's not choose this one. A shot taken from medium position and distance. It can capture the character and the surroundings. However, the available scale and detail are also somewhat middling. Doesn't sound good to me. Let's see what this one is. This position lies between that of the full and close shots. It can capture a moderate amount within the frame with well-detailed performances. That sounds good. Let's do this one. I think this one sounds great. You need a scene that shows off the forging machine at work. I don't know what this has to do with the forging machine, but let's read first, shall we? Yeah, I actually read. Imagine. A shot taken from a more proximal position. It can more precisely show the mannerism of a character, though its ability to exclude the character's relation with their environment is limited indeed. Well, let's not choose this one. What's this? Seriously? You want to show off the skills of the forging machine and you take a picture of green and land? I mean, it's obvious that we should touch grass at some point. But that's not the message that we need to convey right now, please. This position lies between that of the full and close shots. It can capture a moderate amount within the frame with well-detailed performance. What? I will choose this one, but I don't even need to read it because it looks like the most makes sense shot. So we just choose this one. You need a scene that shows off the atmosphere as a still works relaxedly. A shot taken from a more proximal position. I'm reading this quietly now because we already read this before, so. See, let's not choose this. Let's choose this one. You need a scene that shows off the weapon arranged in boxes produced by the workshop. Did Farina take this picture because the cake is there? I'm sorry. I believe that would make the most sense, right? Yeah, let's actually go with this one. You need a scene that shows off the workshop. Moment. Let's first read those. Oh, they both pretty good. I mean, you see the logo here, so... But then again, this scene looks great because you can actually see what it's all about. So, they both really good. Oh, I would choose this one because we already have so many shots of those, so... Oh, we need to do this as well. Yo. Sounds good. Yo. And the last one. Okay, I will leave it like this. Let's see how well we're doing. We probably didn't do very well compared to Farina, obviously, but let's see. That's so cool that they made actually a film out of this. This is so cool. We actually made a film. I can't.
It appears that you have more skill than I thought.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Farina praised me. See, that means good things.
All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Thank you. That means a lot if Farina says something about you like that. So, what's the verdict?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Farina?
Please, I tried my best. I can learn too if it wasn't good enough by your standards.
Did you think I would agree just like that?
Okay, sadly
After our
not.
performance of the little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know.
Lady Farina, what can we do that you would say yes?
In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest.
Well, you know, I have talent in writing, so if I write a new script and I show it to you, I'm pretty sure you will be interested.
If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
They would know that you're biased towards us, and this would be bad because they would call you a traveler simp. I'm sorry, I'm talking gibberish. Ignore what I just said. Let's move on.
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina?
Yeah, tell us.
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
That's a fair question, to be fair.
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
We can't. It's a fair question, to be fair. We can't expect everyone to do everything for free. So, yeah.
Well, I can offer you this much.
She probably won't agree to it.
That's all? If Nervylat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Furina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace.
See, and that's why you should work with us, because you will like it too.
I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
What is it? You look worried.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Furina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know.
See, since I'm a writer, I know exactly what this feels like. If you read other stories and then you start, or read other books and then you start judging and you're like, yeah, well, this could have been better, or this isn't right, and yeah, I don't know about this ending. I know how you feel, Furina, I know.
Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
That's a great question.
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
That's a good thing, because I'm sorry that I bring my personal stuff into this, but as a writer, I understand totally why she's asking these questions. It's the worst if you have limited space for things that you need to rewrite or that you need to basically keep intact, and if you have the most freedom, it's the best, I'm just saying.
Absolutely, no problem.
We're counting on you, Director Furina. Now is your chance to make a film that you love. We're counting on you.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
Indeed, indeed.
So, you agree?
Please.
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves, a great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Thank you, Furina.
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know.
Oh, don't make her
And
sad.
it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film.
Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props.
That's true.
And
There's a
by
lot
the
to
way,
do.
Since we'll be filming the 2 Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Glorand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her.
But I'm pretty sure she would do it. She's not a mean person, you know?
Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
Well, it sounds like a great
They
idea.
would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I don't have any connection with them at all.
Really, Farina? She probably just didn't talk to them at all.
So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
Well, we can talk to Neverlet if you don't want to.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you do? Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
Well, that's easier than thought. Then you can just ask her.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
I really like the idea.
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
If Farina says yes, we must do so.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help with shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Well, I'm pretty sure she can find time if you ask her nicely.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go.
The
You
macaroni!
can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Now, Farina and I must go macaroni shopping. That is a must. We must do.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out.
And that's exactly what Farina deserves.
I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Yeah, we don't need that. Sorry. I am sorry. I can't wait to see our film's premiere.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevres is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our 2 lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
True.
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
I mean, they are the people. They wouldn't do that.
What? So is every person into that who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
It's like, we're doing this for free kind of project.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
So, wait, where do we need her to go? Oh, we can finally talk to her. I was waiting for this moment. Let's go there. So, wait, I'm walking the wrong way. I need to go this way. Wrong way. We can finally talk to her. I wanted to do this earlier and I couldn't.
All right, this is the place.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's standing right over in front of you.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Really? I didn't think so. I think she looks cool.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Never mind. That sounds really intimidating. I take back what I said earlier.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Good question.
Just trust me.
Let's better do as she says.
Oh, alright. Let's see what happens then. Shiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
She's a spy. Hiding it.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion.
Or it's just that.
Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Shiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
Okay, she sounds intimidating. I take it back. Sorry.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know, that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
Well, this guy seems suspicious. I don't know what she's supposed to give you. Don't take it. This guy's so suspicious.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
See? Told you.
Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
You're suspicious. That's what's going on.
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Exactly.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
And what's in the book?
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know.
Well, but that's a job. You can't just, you know...
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once.
You better do as she
And
says.
before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Do you really think she believes what she just said?
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room.
Well,
Take them away, Letelier.
well, she's definitely good at her job.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
She was just waiting for it to happen.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently?
Yes.
Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then.
Well, thank you.
Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market.
Well, that's a good sign. Hopefully they disappear all. This thing is dangerous.
Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
That's great.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Chevraz. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Why didn't you just arrest him immediately?
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
Or she just wanted to make the character make a choice?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first.
Told you.
All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
That's,
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevraz. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevraz's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
she's definitely an interesting character, I will say.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
And yet she still gave him a chance.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
That was a nice transition. I really like those so far. No black
Two
screen.
Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story.
Whoa, it wasn't our idea.
So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
So deep down, she is really a kind-hearted person.
Just like that.
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
See, she's going to have fun by doing this too.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Furina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Yay, we can finally start
Calm
filming.
down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Yeah, you really should do that.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Oh, what is it?
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain.
See you tomorrow. I think Xavier would probably be able to hold himself together.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
See you then.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevraz?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Have you read The Two Musketeers?
Well, no. I haven't
The
read it
story
yet.
is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone.
Well, that sounds like a sad
One
story.
day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them.
That sucks.
However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best.
So they become murderers themselves to get their
The
revenge.
baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
It was good. It sounds great. But can you really... I don't know if you can call it justice if they themselves became murderers. So I don't know if you can call it justice. But yeah.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevras?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis,
So are you a fan perhaps?
you've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions.
Well, thank you for the compliments. Wait, so you're implying is that your case that you need our help with?
Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before.
Yeah, but let's not talk about it. For you, we're doing it gladly.
There's been a recent murder case involving Muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
So someone decided to make this novel reality?
Huh. Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
Why is it always has to do something with Phantom? I'm just saying this because if you played Linny's Story Quest, then you probably know what I'm referring to. I hope I connected the dots right.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Like the Phantom result by any chance? Sorry, I don't know, it just came to mind. Could it be someone from your platoon?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Well, that's not much.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me.
Well, okay then.
I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail.
Can someone from the special parole help you investigate?
Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest.
I see, and that's
I
why...
don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
Oh, the first part I get. If yourself have to do with those things, then of course you wouldn't want people to have a negative picture of you just because someone does do these things. And yeah, the second part with the crimes referring to the story or being similar to the story, it seems like someone has taken inspiration from the story and now is acting on these things.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect so.
I mean, it would be a surprise if it's not.
Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
Of course.
What do you think, Traveler?
It's already been quite a day. Let's give it some thought tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Paimon getting a little tired too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision.
Great, then let's talk tomorrow.
Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Let's hope we not do that.
Ayaka, Yoimiya, you're already here!
Hi, hey everyone.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
Probably sightseeing, I would assume.
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia.
Whoa, that looks like an interesting encounter. I wonder if they two would get along. I would assume so, right?
I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture. So I rode the aqua bus at Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
I mean, it's a one-time chance. So, yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
Yes, we did. I'm not trying to read it. I will just butcher it again. Let's not do that.
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
They are. They look very beautiful.
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
Imagine that was us the first time we arrived in Fontaine. I bet we did. If we could, we looked like this as well. That was us in the moment we dived underwater the first time in Fontaine. We were like, yeah.
At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all.
Can we just talk about how cool this is? How they actually made a scene where it's basically in the past, but it's underwater so that we can not just imagine it, but actually see it. And the echo is also very well done. It's so funny that it echoes if you speak underwater.
Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in.
Wait, how did you know that we could do it? Did we tell you? Or did you just assume that we could do it?
The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
True, they are very pretty flowers.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
That was us, really. That was really us the first time we arrived in Fontaine and we just dove underwater.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beast.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
That was very beautiful. The bug. How do you call it?
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Flashback, that's what it's called. My brain is blanking. Now I know it.
Yeah, even I was worried I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night.
Yoimiya was so excited.
But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
Good question.
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
We're here. Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Well, that is one way to go. Do you think Furina slept in? It would fit her. I mean, she doesn't really have anything to do, so I would guess that she maybe sleep in.
Wait, 6 miles?
She has really something to do.
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
Well, at least you didn't sleep in. That's great.
Good morning, everyone.
Which I wouldn't mind though. It would be hilarious.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
There you go, Farina. Have some. Here. I'm sorry, I had to. I couldn't hold back.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
Understandable.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
Oh, this will be an interesting duo, Yoimiya and Farina.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
She's Yoimiya. That's how she always is.
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that.
Yep.
You sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
She's amazing, truly. She's so... She's working so hard. Even it's just the start. And that's what I love about her so much. Everything she does with so much passion, and that's really amazing.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
I mean, that is her passion, so obviously she would be like that.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it.
Not just that, but Farina does everything she does wholeheartedly. She does it with her whole mind and her whole heart, and she pulls it off with everything she got.
I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
And that's exactly why she's so amazing the way she is.
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Oh, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Well, that's great.
Really? That's great!
but with Ayato on the job, I wasn't worried.
He is really looking forward to our film and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers.
Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique.
Hi.
She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items. And this is Bono, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Hi.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Yeah, and that was sweet, but everyone wanted to be here.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yeah, now that you bring up this point, actually everyone has kind of second thoughts by doing this, or a second goal, which is not wrong, but so yeah, it benefits everyone to do this.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, and we all will help with that,
This is not
so
just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
you know what's fascinating? It's just an assumption that I made because of this look of the one guy, from the one guy, but what if the crime that was told earlier, where it's supposed to that the people reenacting the story from the story of the story, right? Crimes of the story. So what if one of the two people that got introduced new to the team is actually part of this, their people who try to reenact the story in real life and commit crimes? That would be cool. A cool way to introduce this villain, if you will.
You may take it from here,
Let's
Director
clap.
Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone.
Listening.
The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
I just love that Farina is the director, and I really love to see her as the director.
Whoa.
It fits her so well.
Serena's really kicking things into gear as the director.
I mean, it fits her perfectly well.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches.
She's hilarious.
All right, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine.
Normal waves, not the waves that drown people. That's the line from the trailer.
Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean, the good kind of waves.
Yes, let's have good waves. No, nothing bad happening.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
Wait, well, who wouldn't be traumatized? A whole city almost drowned, Paimon.
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Sure, let's go. Fiction and reality, inside and outside the frame. Two Farinas. Well, let's go and talk to everyone first. Hold on. Before we talking to Yoimiya, let's first talk to Farina.
I don't need any help here. Why don't you try asking someone else?
Sure, Furina. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Let's get going. Then, look, Furina, look. You seem suspicious. I don't know why, and maybe I'm wrong, but somehow you seem very suspicious. And the way you're standing here alone makes it even more suspicious. Okay, sorry. Let's just get going and actually move on.
So this is what a musket looks like.
Not exactly.
Okay, so let's start by talking to you two.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
Oh, so you go way back.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
That's kind of rude. But okay.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
Oh no, poor Ayato. He's been working so hard. Well, oh no.
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
I mean, he is such a type of person, so it would fit him. Yeah. I mean, I can assume that he looks very intimidating if you meet him for the first time, if you don't know who he is, so.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
Well, that's one hell of a duo. Yoimiya.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
Yeah, do you need our help?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Well, thank you. I think working with light suits you as well.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
It would make things easier, maybe less exhausting.
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack.
Actually, we start rolling before that. The clapperboard just gets edited out in post-production. Yes.
Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Right?
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
That's true. See ya.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it.
I mean, that's Yoimiya we're talking about. She is exciting over everything.
But she was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Of course.
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
I mean, we have been known each other for how long? Since the beginning of Tirat? Well, no. Never mind. You know what I'm talking about.
This is a real musket?
Yeah. Yes. No.
It's just a prop weapon. Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
No.
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
I mean, if her job has to do with it, then she probably knows a lot about it.
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes, this way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
I think they could talk about this topic very long and they would understand each other very well because of their knowledge.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Guess so, yes.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Not just that, it's just safety reasons. Safety comes always first.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Wow, that was good. I think it was good.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh?
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
I love how they have these overlooking scenes that we get to see what's going on there and what's going on the other side. That's very cool.
Much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
So we not getting to see what it is.
I believe it would be most fitting.
So I guess this will be more important later on.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
I wonder what he's going to do.
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I'd like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries.
Makes sense.
And I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated.
Ever so Ayato that we know. And that makes perfectly sense that he would put his duties over such things. Not that he doesn't want to do it, but it makes sense.
Now I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Yeah, Ayato seems more like the type of guy who would handle things from the back of the corner of things.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved.
And it makes sense that since these two get along very well, to give these two this role. Makes sense.
The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister. And the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly.
Makes sense.
Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Could it be that she's not confident in acting?
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
But she will still have to prioritize her work, but we still don't know if she's a big fan of acting. I think that she maybe not be a fan of acting.
All right, I'll take the role.
Or she is, and she really wants to do it.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
Furinia seems so happy.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevras. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
That's great. Then everyone is happy with the roles and with that what they're doing. That's great.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevras. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevras.
I think they will get along very well.
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Or that was just all the situation he made for this problem.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Or that. And it leads... Oh, Ayato seems to be that kind of person, what we saw in his story quest, that he has many problems and he basically finds one solution to solve all problems. Basically what Cherry just said. So she can basically read him like a book.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the traveler.
That's true.
But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
That's such a great older brother for you. He cares so much about his younger sister and hopes that she also can make friends.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Look, she's always caring about her older brother and about her duties, okay? She doesn't know how to put herself first, if that makes sense, okay?
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
Also true. That would have been very exciting to see. This is the punishment you deserve. This is justice.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
I would have loved to see it, though.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yeah, if he would definitely use other words for it. So, are you going to go back to work now?
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Oh, I wonder if it has to do with the conversation he had with Novelette.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Yes, Director Farina, let's go!
Go on now.
I got excited, sorry.
And please take good care of Ayaka.
Sure.
Yep, don't worry.
You can count on us. Good luck with your work.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
We will show it to you when it's ready.
Alright, now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone.
Sure.
The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevras will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment.
Will do.
Silence on the set! Lights! Camera!
Action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Zoom in for a closer shot with the mother. Zoom out for a wider shot. Let's zoom in with the mother.
You were out for so long. We were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat.
Oh, sorry.
What are those bruises on
My
your
mistake.
hand?
Zoom in for close-ups on the mother. Zoom in for a close-up on... let's do this one.
What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Well, that seems suspicious.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now.
Sure.
By the way, did you have fun playing at home?
That was adorable.
What's the matter, Iris?
Focus on Iris. Focus on the general surroundings. Let's... focus on the general surroundings.
We've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
Well, who dares? That's just mean.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me.
Pan over our 3 characters. Zoom in for a close-up on each character. Let's think what we should do. What would look better? Let's do all 3 characters.
It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words.
Yes, tell them.
You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet. But one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else.
That's such a good mother.
Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut!
Let's hope I
Not
picked
bad.
the good ones.
The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take.
Yes.
Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time. Oh, got it.
Paimon is just too excited.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevras?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Furina must have adapted the role nicely.
Not just that, you both are amazing actors. You portrayed the characters so well and real. It's insane. Well done.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
That's exactly what I meant.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles.
I can't read that, so I'm not even going to try it. This goes so fast by every time.
Our 2 characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera!
Action!
Mother, we're back!
Oh no, this is going to be hard. This is going to break my heart. It's going to be so sad.
Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Yeah, don't look at the ground. Oh. If anyone's of you seen Oshinoko, that's exactly what it reminds me on. Don't... Why did I have to remember this right now?
Huh? Why?
Don't look at the ground.
Mother!
Oh, too late.
Mother! She's...
Oh, let me guess, it was poisoned, huh?
There's poison in this cup.
Well done.
I've sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions.
Looks like they were very proud of what they did. crying on the spot is not easy. That's good.
Iris, we need to leave this place.
Good acting, I mean.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
Well, yeah, because if the aristocrats find the both of you, it's really bad.
But are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now.
It's really well acted.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
I hope they can give her a proper burial one day.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! Were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Oh, for Ayaka, it was probably not just acting. She probably thought about her real mother that died.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character.
Or that. That's also a very good idea.
It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
But if Farina thinks that way about you, then you must have really good, crazy talent. Moving to the next scene, let's go. A full day of filming on set quickly passes. And everyone did go their own way.
But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard.
Wow, you have more energy than most of us, Paimon.
How do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
A little bit, but it was a lot of fun.
Good work, you two.
Says you, who were an amazing actor.
You too, Chevron. You were quite the actress today.
Exactly.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot.
No, I remember.
You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if that's a reason why Ayato declined the role, because he's also investigating in this. So you mean there were rainbow roses in your case too?
Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning.
You know what just clicked in my head? But it's just a thought, and it's probably, hopefully not true. But you know on what this reminds me? Rainbow roses, two siblings who have lost their mother, who always takes inspiration of the story. Lily and Lynette. I'm sorry, this is just a random idea floating in my head. Someone write a fanfic about this, okay? If not, I will do it myself. Okay, moving on.
Especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have.
Good question.
What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
If we are only there to assist, then I think we can join in the case.
On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice.
No problem.
There's no time to lose.
We're
We
used to
should start
this.
investigating right away. Follow me.
Okay.
Huh? Right now? Well, we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
Oh.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog.
She got a point.
That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Never mind, the book got a point.
So, where are we going right now?
Wow. Let's take care
Let's
of
start
this
by checking out
first.
some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
Well, that was weird. No, at first I was thinking, if he doesn't know anything, why would he go asking him about it, right? But I guess it's fair to just gather information. So I guess that's what we're doing first. Wait, I probably went the wrong way, didn't I? Yes. Could have made it easy for me. Instead, I circled around, you know? Me and directions, that's a really bad thing.
Oh, hey, Chevres. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hi.
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why's that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Fair.
Has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the fleuve cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it.
What was
Always
that? That
happy
was
to have the
weird.
Musketeers' patronage.
The music was all of a sudden gone. That was very weird.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Okay.
Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
Well, yeah, but we need to gather
You
information.
think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know
Huh? Know what?
that I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
That solves things. So they probably know her since a long time. Oh, I wasn't here in a long while. Since the Archon quest, to be honest. It's fun to be here again after a long time.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is Special patrol bribing a citizen?
Psst. Keep your lips sealed and no one will ever know. Besides, it's called buying info. Yes, it's called buying info.
They're different from the other guards.
She grew up here. She knows what's going on.
Have you heard anything related to Muskets and Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
She does, but she doesn't want to tell.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
And she will know it.
She's giving her even more.
I didn't see anything. Maybe she's just giving out some paid to fruit. Yeah, I didn't see
This
anything.
came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
And see, that's how people do business down here.
No need to be surprised.
I mean,
I grew
information
up
costs
here,
money.
remember? I know how to get people around here to talk.
True. What talk? I want some pâte de fruit too.
My apologies, I'm all out of sweets. Though I do
I
have
was
some other
joking.
tempting snacks in my custody. Fries, fried chicken, and even onion rings.
Oh, delicious.
But
Fine
taking
one's
care of
eyes.
junk food is my responsibility. You're better off sticking to your normal, nutritious diet. Now then, let's keep going.
Well, that was a lot of food. Okay, let's go. Off to investigating. Wait, am I on the right way? Yes, right. I'm lost. Okay. I found it again. Okay.
It's been a while, Playtrough.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
You know that he knows because she's pulling this trick every time.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day.
But it was still here. Like, someone left it there on purpose.
But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
So he knows something.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
Or is it you by any chance?
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
Who would,
I know
honestly?
you grew up here, Chevres. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please, and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Why? Do you hide something? Just asking. I'm sorry, I'm suspicious of everyone and anything. Well, let's continue investigating. I wonder if this guy is just putting, you know, the blame on someone else, or if he's actually a good guy and just really meant to give some advice. But we will see, I guess. Observe.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Well, someone got down here, I guess.
Have a closer look, Paimon. Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their
Oh,
shot.
they're trained.
They were
Never
using the
mind.
barrels and bottles for target practice.
Makes sense.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Sandra own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots.
So we have this killer, supposedly, who read the story and got inspiration from the story and did go to all the lengths to get a gun and trying to kill someone without even have this practice to do so. That's a bit far. You would go to such lengths to do that.
Anyway, let's go. There might be...
Oh, sorry. I clicked too fast. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. I got too excited.
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket and took it to the Fleuve Sandra for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
See, this is just what Linny would do if he would be a real Fatui member. I'm just saying, okay? Someone needs to write a fanfic about this, please. Linny would do this if he would be a Fatui harbinger and leave at every victim he would leave a rainbow rose. Okay, someone please write a fanfic about this. Okay, moving on.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
Well, that's true. About the guy who died.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Sandra. It said that he was a poor, solitary man.
But if we were following the novel, shouldn't the guy have been a nobleman?
Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe he took inspiration from the characters from the story, but his motives were completely different than from the story.
If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body.
Maybe someone just went insane.
What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly?
Maybe it has something to do with the what it's called. Hold on, I forgot the name. Well, that what was talked in the beginning about the business. The one that Rocher was leading. I bet it's all connecting back to this. Could they be novelists?
We've thoroughly
A
investigated
novelist?
that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Oh, if it was the novelists themselves? Well, that would just mean they took their own story and went insane.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed. There are also records of him at an orphanage before then.
So he basically has no reason to do
In
so.
the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
See, and those people are the scariest of people, believe me.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Well, maybe just rest a day and then continue searching.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Yeah, but also it will probably speak itself around that we investigating on this.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Well, but if you look too much, then nothing new will come out.
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Of course, it's the book again.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island. What? Never thought that the captain of the security and surveillance patrol could come from the Fleuve Sandra?
No, that's very surprising. I have to say I'm pretty shocked. I'm sure that wasn't easy.
You mean rising through the ranks? It was a struggle, for sure.
But you made it in the end.
But as long as you can distinguish yourself through your accomplishments and skills, you'll eventually be recognized for your worth. If you look at it another way, my life at Fleuve Sandra has actually taught me a lot of valuable skills. Skills like how to barter with criminals or how to think in their shoes.
That was cool, the way they... The lone Isley glimpsed through fog. It's so cool the way they put up the camera. Both the filming and the criminal investigation progressed at a steady pace over the next few days. This was so cool the way they put the camera up and then...
Everyone, we're looking to wrap with our two main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
And the way that the stars shine was cool. Okay. Yes, Furina, let's go!
What do you mean, looking to wrap?
It means completing the filming of all of their scenes. True. It means finalizing everything we have recorded for them so far. I believe it means this.
Oh, aren't you the expert now?
No, I'm not. Furina's the expert. I'm just learning from her.
This upcoming scene is the two musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. There will be quite a bit of action, but no choreography beyond what we've already rehearsed. Anyway, get ready. Lights.
Camera. Action.
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our mother!
You go, Ayaka.
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
Why am I not surprised?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
With not surprised, I mean... That is the father who murdered the mother.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother.
You not necessarily took inspiration from Oshinuko, no?
In this world,
the story, I mean.
Status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
The acting, they did a really good job with the acting.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me?
But what happened with the camera? Like, I thought we could do more with the camera, like in the beginning, like zoom in or zoom out. Yeah, that's... I wish there would be more of that.
Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hands? Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
Oh, we get to play as them. That's cool.
Cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us too.
Whoa. I really like her playstyle.
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
Deserved.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for?
Revenge.
You lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
We will gain our long-awaited justice. It's over.
Finally, it's over.
They did a very good job. This seemed very, very real. Well done. I hope Furina will like it too.
So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, I'm so glad that the mother got a grave in the end. Then these two can visit whenever they want.
Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
Oh, she likes it.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect the scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevrolet!
Yes, congrats. Amazing performance. Great job. You already wrapped your rose.
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly. I wish I could savor the experience for just a bit longer.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. Filming has really been a lot of fun. You were great too, Chevrolet. The way you said, long-awaited justice.
It was amazing.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Oh, you can tell that she's a fan of the story.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Yeah, now she needs to do her job.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she did.
Oh, don't worry, Farina. I'm sure you can do it later.
Seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest.
Farina is such an amazing director. I love her so much. She's doing her job so well.
And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career.
That's true. She already has so much to do as the position in the position she is now. So acting would just be another part of her already exhausting life.
Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
She had fun, and that was what matters. And she has found another talent which she can do.
That's a shame, but I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew.
That would be fun. I hope we're going to see each other
See
more.
you tomorrow, Traveler in Paimon.
See ya, Ayaka.
Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with Shivers today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Oh, there we go already.
Where are we going?
Investigating.
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
So we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see what is happening. Why are we here in the middle of nowhere? Oh,
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming. So, Chevras, why did you take us here?
did you find a new clue?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Did we? I don't remember.
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
Maybe we have.
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
And that means?
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Maybe you should ask Charlotte. I'm pretty sure she knows.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh,
And that was?
gets it now? So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
Oh, never mind. See, but I was right in the beginning later. But I told you it was weird. The most innocent person always is the suspicious one.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
Well, an alibi doesn't really mean anything if you think about it.
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger.
So someone used him, basically, or used the marketing that he did, or something like that.
However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden.
That's what I meant.
Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
Then let's get going. I mean, it makes sense why we would talk to him, but I'm not sure. Maybe... Well, we're not doing this right now. Moving on. We're playing the story right now. What I wanted to say is, but I'm not sure if she's going to tell us anything. It could be that he's threatened and he is scared, and that's or that he's threatened and he just doesn't want to tell us anything. So
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardamex.
Well, but can't she just go there?
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
Also makes sense.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
I mean, can't she just shoot them?
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Thought so. Oh, are we getting a cutscene? Probably not. It would be too early, but it would be cool. Oh no, we're getting to shoot. Well, that's even cooler than I thought. Okay. I'm bad at shooting, so... Oh. I wasn't bad. I did pretty well. Okay. There's another one. Don't hide behind a tree. Come back. One. Another one. Come. And... Oh, never mind. Okay. And another one. I missed. Dang it. No, not again. Okay. There we go. I didn't as bad as I thought I would. Lucky. Lucky, lucky me. So let's hope we can finally talk to the novelist.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait. Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be the killer. Can we go over our plan of action again?
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
Sure.
Can't we just arrest him?
We don't have any evidence, so I don't think we can just arrest people now.
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid.
I'm sorry for stealing your words.
Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marashose Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Sure, good idea. Good idea.
Be careful, Chevras.
Okay, let's get going then. He has a beautiful home though. Look at this, it looks very pretty.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour?
Oh, it's you, Officer Chevras.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh, is it still regarding the murder case from before?
Yes.
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is
okay.
Then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Chevras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Okay.
Oh! Okay.
He noticed right away. That was suspicious.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess. I was the killer.
That seems a little bit too easy now. He's covering for someone, isn't he?
He just admitted he's guilty.
Yeah, but wouldn't he just cover for
Please
someone?
Relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
That's weird. Because she was always right, but she always wanted to be proven wrong, and now she is actually proven wrong. But that also makes it even more suspicious.
Both, I suppose.
That guy and the floor Sandra, why did you kill him?
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge.
The question is why? What revenge for what?
I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
But didn't she say his parents were still alive?
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Oh, now it all makes sense why he wrote the story.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
So the story was actually not a story, it was based on him.
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts.
Yeah, but you basically experienced what was in the story.
But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Well, she was a fan of your story. Or is a fan.
I'm skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore.
I don't know, it seems suspicious.
To pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
Well, you're great actor, I give you
So
that.
you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me.
As if.
I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
See, that's... I don't know.
Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
That's not it, and I also agree with her. I feel like he's trying to protect the real killer, or he's trying to protect someone.
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
So he is threatened by someone.
Fine. Let's talk here.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Well, that's even more suspicious now. I shouldn't leave her alone, but if she really wants to do that, we can go somewhere else for now.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Please take care. I mean, I know you're strong, but please...
Please stay safe, Shavras.
Yeah, if anything is weird, just call us over, okay?
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, try saying it, and then we continue and see.
That depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
Could it be that you're just trying to buy time for the real killer? Or actually, you're just telling another story because you're a novelist, so I'm not sure on how far I should believe you. Well, wait, what was it? I
So
wanted to
that's how
know.
it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now.
Well, maybe not. I mean, I'm pretty sure... Look, that's the same thing with Navia's dad or with Rocher. There was also no hope, but in the end it got fixed. So maybe if we just try and dig long enough, we're going to find something.
Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
Fair.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
Well, let's not actually get someone to kill someone. Let's not do that, okay?
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. I know that would be impossible.
He wants you to shoot a killing shot, but let's not do that, okay?
No. What I'd like
No.
is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
You know how crazy this sounds, right? Let's not do that, hey. No! Please do not do this!
Shivra sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway?
About not good stuff.
Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her?
I don't think he would go this far. And especially she's very strong, so I'm not sure if he would take his chances actually. I have full confidence in Chihiro's fighting skills. If anything, he's the one I would be worried about. Exactly.
Oh, you do have a point.
He would be very dumb to take his chances right now.
Still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be? And why the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Chevres?
Because he doesn't want anyone to know about this. If he asks her to be the killer, then obviously not us knowing about it would maybe make her the client because everyone else would know about it, but he hopes that if only she knows about it, she would do it eventually.
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
I just hope that you didn't say yes to this.
Hey, how did your talk go?
Did you figure out who's the rich person he mentioned was? What should we do next?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
Okay.
What about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up.
Sure. What's going on? I feel like she's keeping something from us. Please tell me you don't actually think of doing this.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days, so apologies if you don't see me on set.
It's interesting. Now she doesn't want us to join, obviously.
Alright, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
I'm not murdering anyone. And that was Act 3.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Oh, why?
Is Chevres still not joining us today?
She seems very busy.
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
That sounds awesome.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
Of course we join.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
Yeah, I hope she's not doing this what that one guy suggested.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the Two Musketeers.
Oh, so it already reached the public.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
Let's hope not.
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
Sure, Farina.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
She got a point.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has
sunk to an all-time low.
Don't be rude.
Spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Exactly. Where the Roses Bloom, Act 4.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often.
It's alright.
Please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Well, hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Yeah, we all did an amazing job.
Is that so? I see, that's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get this show on the road.
Yes, let's get going.
We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the Two Musketeers.
That sounds interesting.
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yes.
We'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well.
Got it. Got it, Director Farina.
Lights! Camera!
Action!
Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit.
Take a close-up shot of the flower.
Something the matter?
The camera seems to be broken. It's not responding like usual.
But wasn't it working fine for all the days before?
Well, it's not working anymore.
Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights, camera, action!
let me guess. It's well, that's just weird. Why it's not working?
Don't tell me. This one is broken too.
Did someone mess with the tech beforehand?
Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
No cameras they work anymore.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
But Furina is such a good director. She's doing her job so well. I'm so happy for her.
Which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
So someone did mess with it.
No time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
Please let it work this time.
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh no.
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
What?
Oh wait, what did you say?
So someone stole it.
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too. No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene.
Well, see, that's so suspicious. First the camera isn't working, both cameras aren't working, and now the filmator is gone.
Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
Someone obviously tampered with it. After some time.
We're back.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Well, at least it's there, but is it still working?
In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
So someone on the set obviously didn't want this film to be published, or either is jealous of their success or has other difficult reasons, but someone obviously from the set had to chew it in there.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything.
If we had lost everything, this would be such a pain.
I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Yeah, please, let's not do that. That scared me too. I also got scared.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Thanks for Paimon asking the real question here.
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
But how would they know where we stored the film material?
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Also true. See, I don't want to be this person again, but this guy seems suspicious. I'm sorry for suspecting everyone and anything.
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
And thanks to everyone's effort, you find it. I'm not trying to read this. It's too fast. But I skipped through it.
Officially announce that our entry to the festival, the Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
Yay!
Paimon is spent. It's so late already.
You better keep the film materials safe this time.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
Thank you for being such an amazing and wonderful director, Lady Farina.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much.
All right. Let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud and fun that even the blubber beast will want in.
Yay! But I'm still a little bit worried about, about the murder case. But let's get going first and foremost.
Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film. Let's go chat with someone.
Sure. Yoimiya.
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
Yay, Yoimiya should put some fireworks over here. I believe it would be so much more fun.
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, could I ask the two of you to stay and be a part of my crew? Of course, I'll definitely increase the pay for next time.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. Xavier.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier. But I've made some plans to go on a journey to the other nations once the festival is over.
Is that so? Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique. Please feel free to get in touch once you've returned to Fontaine.
You know, I kind of feel sorry that I suspected him or her in the beginning. I'm sorry to the both of you. I am just very suspecting everyone and anything.
This is turning out to be quite the party.
It is, isn't it? So, and now let's talk to the Kamisatos next.
I wish we could have spent some more time here.
Don't worry. It won't be long before we're back again.
Don't worry. We're probably going to see each other again. Hopefully in Fontaine too. Farina.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You both worked really hard.
Well, you did well as the director.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us.
Exactly.
Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Well, I yelled it too, so...
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
You are in my dreams every day. Well, that sounded weird. Forget what I just said. I meant it in a good way.
Not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is that we wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize.
You mean the Farina Award?
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
She gets embarrassed. It's so adorable.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I believe she would get embarrassed.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
Okay, have a good one, Farina.
What kind of dessert should I try next?
She's so happy she gets to have her desserts with her. So back to here we go. Chiori.
two?
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
I mean, it's good in a kind of way for business.
That's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
I really don't think it's bad luck.
But why today of all days?
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one who's suspicious.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
Well, that depends who are the editors.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Yeah, sure, you don't need to see the tape or the editors by any chance.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Yumiya, please watch what you say.
What is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? Well, that's truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
Yeah, don't be rude. She asked nicely.
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
What is she planning?
It's okay, just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
All right.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
Look at this, we're getting to play as Yoimiya.
Still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Well, that seems obviously suspicious.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that?
Wow, good acting.
Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
Oh, bro, you better run.
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean?
This cutscene is incredible cool.
Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence.
That's disgusting.
The child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand.
That's disgusting. You are disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my language.
Save your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol.
Oh, lucky she
You're
didn't
under
kill him.
arrest for Elisa's murder.
I'm glad she didn't listen to this guy. That one who told her to kill them. Oh, this was all a shot. This was well done. Now we have even proof.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the second musketeer.
So I was right, see? At the beginning I suspected one of them and I was right.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
No, that's what actually happened behind the scenes.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Because it's not right.
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
Let it fall.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the second musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now.
So you couldn't tell anyone.
Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
Wow.
So what do you think, Morris?
That was a plot twist I didn't expect.
My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there.
Just spill it out already.
The recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
Your cards are basically already all on the table. You just give it up.
I'll talk.
And the truth, please.
I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home.
So you're saying money was basically more worth it than someone you loved. So actually you didn't even love them.
I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
Well, a real man, a real person who really cared about their loved one would have done this, just saying. In my opinion.
You were truly in love with her.
Exactly.
I didn't have a choice.
You had a choice. Everyone has a choice.
I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby.
You know what you just said? That is so cruel. You know that, right? That's such a disgusting choice. I'm sorry to say this.
She sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
She's the other
Even
children.
if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely.
She is the child, or?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Exactly.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left,
That's
we were
horrible.
still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
Ooh.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way.
So he was indeed trying to protect you. He was acting as he was the killer, but he never did.
I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got?
That's how you knew.
He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that,
Figured.
I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast.
Good job.
Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Makes sense by his personality. Also, it makes sense that financial problems.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
And that's why he also threw the film into the sewers, or?
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
Probably.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well.
And that's why you figured out it was her.
Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew.
Also
With
true.
that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
I'm so glad you didn't do this.
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Maripede? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I get what you mean, but even if you do what you want to do, you won't feel any better afterwards, believe me. It won't make anything better. You won't feel better from it.
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should.
This is a difficult choice to make and a difficult topic to think about.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world.
Exactly, it's not the right way.
Perhaps to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge.
Yes.
As well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevros? The rest of the Special Patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
Well, bye-bye to you.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Chevros.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
Are you okay? I think you made the right call. Are you okay?
Concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
Are you sure?
About the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
That's such an interesting way to think about things, and you could discuss things forever if this is truly justice and why this isn't justice. But in the end, it comes all down to the thing what is right and what is wrong to a person. You explain everything that happened to the rest of the crew. Well, we at least have found them and know what happened now. And hope that the film can still be
Who would have thought
brought
Morris
out.
would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of words.
Understandable.
How could he have done something like this?
It's horrible.
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
Why not? It's still a story and it's so good to bring it out.
The real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script.
That's true.
Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevros?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
Then let's publish it like this.
Veronique, will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
What does this mean? I'm worried.
Exactly.
Oh, well. Secret language.
Then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevros. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
Yes, and it's great to just, not think about things. Or it could be that she has a lot of work to do.
All right. Count me in.
Yay!
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevros.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And so we enjoy the party. Look at them. They all look so happy. And so many things to talk about. And Yoimiya and the fireworks. So let's go. Oh no, no problem. Let's go on the walk and see what it's about.
We weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you.
Oh, that's nice. But you don't know what to say.
Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
Oh, that's a hard question. Let me think. I would have done the same as you. I would have helped him get a syringe. I would have done the same as you.
So, well, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in.
You wanted to give up, but yet you didn't.
I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
Well, that's a bit harsh, but in the end, it helped you, I guess.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water.
Oh my god.
The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that. Nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, on me neither. On me wouldn't. This wouldn't work for me either.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
I believe everyone feels like this one on a time in their life.
Chevras.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
I'm game.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
Sure. Well then, let's have a swimming race then. So, we are almost there. I bet she was still faster than us, but yeah.
Oh, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevras. You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the Special Patrol, did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction.
That's true, but it still inspired you.
Come on, let's walk a bit more.
Sure. I really like her. I think she's so cool. I'm going to pull for her, or at least I try to get her.
I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
That's a romantic way of putting it. Not in that way, I mean in a poetic sense. I wonder where we're going.
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
You're welcome.
Huh. We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh. You're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look! The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
I see it, yes. Some more time passes after that. The film has successfully premiered, and the Musket murder case also successfully come to an end.
Xavier, it's been a while.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
The award ceremony is today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Furina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Furina! Oh, Paimon didn't know you were already here. You're earlier than everyone else.
Of course she is.
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't want to jinx our chances by celebrating early.
Wow, but we need to have a plan.
Just open your eyes. Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but critical acclaim. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings?
Well, that sounds great.
The more you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who started it.
Before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
And why is that?
But shouldn't we stay for the award ceremony?
I wanted to ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles, after all.
Sure.
I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the Musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
It will be a piece of cake for us.
Yep, just wait here, Xavier. And maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, sure, we're gonna bring her here. Even though I was hoping we could be there for the ceremony, but... Furina.
Will we really win an award?
Trust me. When have I ever been wrong about something like this?
I trust you, Furina. Okay, let's actually... continue. I still don't know where to teleport. I'm always getting lost here. Let's just see where I have to go. I wasn't here in a long time, actually. I just realized that.
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Finally, we get to see Rusli. I was waiting to see him.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
Hello. Hi. I'm back.
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition needs.
That's sweet.
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the fortress of Meripede.
And that's exactly what she wants.
While another 2 people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Speaking of heroes, did you two need something from me?
Actually, we're here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy Fontanalia Festival!
And the same to you.
Thank you.
Please, go and enjoy the festival.
Will do, will do. Then let's get back to the actual festival.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia Film Festival is... the 2 Musketeers!
Yes, we won! I'm so happy.
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
We won? I can't believe it! I really can't thank all of you enough!
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
Thank you, Farina.
Please welcome to the stage the producer of the 2 Musketeers, Mr. Xavier!
Thank you! Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special thanks to...
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
I'm pretty sure she will.
Of course. I'm very fond of the city.
Mm.
There are so many novel and interesting things that it's been hard to keep track of them all. But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
That would be cool too.
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
That sounds amazing. I'm so happy.
You came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage.
He's still holding the speech. It's a pretty long speech.
With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
That has a really nice ring to it.
Sounds good.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Well, let's go then.
Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
Yes.
No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
Come on, Farina, do it.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes. And an honor Farina deserves.
Yes, I agree.
I can't think of anyone better for the honor.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1. Musketeer Pictures!
That's such a nice shot, a nice picture with everyone in it. Talk to everyone real quick.
Miss Yoimiya, we haven't had the chance to talk, but please accept my thanks for everything you've done over the past few days.
Oh, but I feel like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
I'm very grateful for your assistance during
Aw.
that special performance in the warehouse. It was always going to be somewhat risky. to engage and draw away Morris all on your own.
Yes, and you work together amazingly.
You're only a civilian and have never been trained to act in such a dangerous situation.
Don't say it like that. As the director's assistant, it was my duty to help out the crew however I could. It was an honor to help you solve the case. I have to admit, though, my heart was thumping super hard the entire time I was laying on the ground. I was scared that everyone would notice.
But your acting was amazing.
You did great.
No one noticed anything.
And before I forget, if you ever visit Inazuma, please come and pay a visit to Naganohara Fireworks. I'll make some fireworks for you. I even know what shape we'd make.
I'm guessing a musket.
Telling you now would ruin the surprise. If you really want to see it, just come and visit me.
Yes, come to Inazuma. They all want you to visit. Let's talk to Furina.
Lady Furina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you. I would also love to get your autograph, just as a memento of our time together on the crew.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
Poor Furina. She's been...
Lady Furina, you are the best director I've ever met. The most photogenic maiden in all of Fontaine. This kind of lively and celebratory setting is exactly where you shine. I believe all photographers would agree.
But I believe that that's not what she wants. She had enough of those type of things.
Come, the brightest star of our land. Show us your light. The camera is waiting to sing praises of your beauty.
We really don't... We don't need to overdo it.
Well, I'm flattered, but all right. I'll humor you and try a few more different poses. But I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course. You may pose however you like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief.
And the light is gone.
Coming to terms with it now.
It's you. Is there something I can help you with?
No, just wanted to talk to you about Churia Boutique.
Interested in our couture services? Just give me the word.
Will do.
Thanks to you, we were also able to premiere the film in time. Its success has increased the reach of my brand.
But we didn't really do anything.
There's no need to be humble. You helped Xavier and Chevras, and even Kirara's told me many good things about you. They are all my friends.
And they are our friends, and now you are a friend too. That's all amazing and great.
You've done far more than what you give yourself credit for.
I wonder... well, it's nothing special. I was just wondering because she knows Kiara and all the... Not all the, but many Inazuma people. I wonder if she is Fontanian or if she... Does she come from Inazuma? That's what I was just thinking about. About your work.
I am merely a fashion designer. I don't have anything else I moonlight as. But when you run a business, it's inevitable that as you make more friends, you'll also encounter all sorts of thorny issues. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's just the common sense of business.
About the film.
Xavier's over the moon now that he's actually won the Furina Award. Maybe I'll actually find him in the fountain the next time I see him.
Well, then you better fish him out again.
The demand for couture at my boutique has also increased. So much so that I don't have enough staff to handle it.
That's amazing for you.
Looks like I'm one step closer to achieving my dream.
Yay.
Anyway, you will always be welcome at Chioria Boutique.
I will remember.
I would love to see you
I will
both again
remember
at the
that.
upcoming Fontaine Fashion Week as well.
I really hope that she's becoming playable. I don't have any more questions.
Okay, see you around.
Yay, see you.
I'm so glad we were able to complete the film. Thanks for taking care of me while I was here.
Of course, that's natural. You're a great friend. Your acting was brilliant.
Really? Thank you.
Well, it was. You did amazing. You're talented.
I work hard out of a desire to not become a burden to the crew.
Oh no.
It would have been so embarrassing if the filming had to stop to accommodate my lack of skills. But Director Furina was both patient and knowledgeable, and Chevras and Elaine taught me a lot about the scenes and details. It was all thanks to their help that I was able to grow comfortable with the role. And even with all of that said, I still got a little flustered with praise. Especially since everyone, including you, were complimenting me at the end.
But you really deserved it. Did you have a good time?
Yes. I visited many places with Yoimiya in between the filming sessions. The elegant streets, the beautiful flowers and greenery, and the dreamlike underwater world.
Yes.
Everything
Agreed.
I saw will shine like stars in my memories.
Oh.
It also brings me joy to think that perhaps you've marveled at those exact wonders as well.
Sure, we did in the beginning as you came here the first time. Thank you for your hard work, Ayaka.
It's nothing at all. I don't often have the opportunity to wander out into the world like this. Not only did I make many new friends during this trip, I also picked up many new skills from everyone around me. I will cherish this experience greatly.
I'm so happy for her that she finally gets to make one of her dreams come true.
Oh, and I'm also going to bring some conch madeleines back to the Yashiro Commission as a gift. If we could enjoy them with some coffee. Perhaps it'll feel as if I'd never left Fontaine at all.
Have a safe and relaxing trip home.
Thank you for looking out for me. Please do take care of yourself during your adventures as well.
We will, thank you.
If the stars align, we'll see each other in Inazuma again.
Foreshadowing, perhaps?
Oh, I didn't expect to meet you here.
About your drink.
I've been told that this is a beverage called Fanta. I quite like its unique taste.
Of course, the boba lover would be interested in this kind of stuff.
The slogan, a font of refreshment, is rather catchy as well. I'm starting to wonder if I could incorporate it into our cultural exchange initiative.
That would be very
What
interesting.
would happen if we were to add some sprigs of mint into Fanta? I believe this is an idea worth testing. Or perhaps we could even take it one step further and mix in an equal amount of milk tea medley. But for some reason, I suspect that experiment wouldn't turn out well.
Yeah, it didn't sound all too well either. About the film.
Thanks to you, the film was successfully completed and the Yashiro Commission secured a collaboration project with the Palais Mermonia. If another opportunity was to arise in the future, perhaps I should take on the chance to act as the protagonist.
Please do, that would be so cool.
Or perhaps you think the role of villain would fit me better.
That sounds also interesting. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you for the well wishes. I will take good care of Ayaka and Yoimiya. I would
Do
like
so.
to wish you safe travels on your next journey as well.
Thank you, I hope we're going to see each other soon again. Oh, so it's finished. So, it's finished! That was amazing. I had so much fun playing through it. I really love that Ayaka got new friends and to meet new people.
For the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Of course I would love to learn Furina. Okay. Look at her. She's so adorable. Look at her. Being adorable. Oh. But yeah, I really like that Ayaka got to meet new friends, to make new friends. The story was amazing. I loved the deeper meaning in it. It made you think really hard about certain things and if it's right or wrong.
Popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Well, and yeah, I love that Furina got to play a huge role as director and she did an amazing job and she deserves it, and I hope that we get to see her play more director Furina and other things in the future and that she gets to spend more time with other characters. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.